All right.
Alrighty. We are recording.
We
Where
are
am I
back.
sitting?
All right.
Right here, big boy.
Okay,
No, no,
I'm in the middle.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
you're in the middle.
Welcome back to
The Community Guidelines Podcast.
Right.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bah, 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 bah. And we are here with our esteemed, also from the Perfect Crimes Studios,
Perfect Crime Studios.
room adjacent.
We didn't book the big room in time.
Yeah.
We didn't book the big room. Yeah, big room's got bigger talent per usual.
But we did get Spindrift Catering. So that's
There
good.
we go.
And we did get our fantastic guest, Nancy Sen,
Nancy Sen, everybody.
Thank you.
Seltzer
Thank
cheers.
for coming on the pod.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you for
finally
having me.
worked out. James' bowels are back together.
Look, you didn't
That's
have to
good.
tell her I had. I didn't know you were serious when you told her I had like Taco Bell lettuce diarrhea. You know.
I
Oh,
had
no, I
questions. I was very curious.
No,
I've heard
she
about
literally
it. I was
started
like,
asking.
so how long did it last? What was the consistency?
He didn't say
How did we
he
do?
had the lettuce disease. He just said he had
Pretty good.
irritated bowels. Hello.
Just normal fat guy stuff.
Normal
once
fat
again.
guy stuff.
About once a month, I got to take a
It
little
happens.
sabbatical.
It
You know.
Also, guys, welcome the pod
Welcome.
dog.
Pod
Mila.
dog.
Pod
Dogcast.
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 Mila, the pod dog on the dogcast.
Who hasn't quite warmed up to us yet, but we'll get there.
She'll be fine.
We'll get there.
She'll be
She
good.
wants it. Then she's like,
she
I
loves
don't know.
people. She's just a little shy dog.
She's skittish. I get it.
So, Nancy, tell us, where are you from originally, and then where do you live now?
So
Address,
originally-
full address.
We won't be doing that. No, I am originally from a town called Erie, Pennsylvania, which is quite a small town. So that's one of the reasons I was like so excited to do the pod because I was like, oh, I got you for this. But yeah, just very small town in like, top left corner of Pennsylvania.
Hell
So,
yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's like between Chicago and Buffalo, not Chicago, Jesus, Cleveland and Buffalo, and like 2 hours north of Pittsburgh. So
Are there a
it's-
lot of Mennonites there?
I don't know the specific brand, but there are a lot of Amish.
Amish, yeah.
Okay. What about men during
Yes.
the day?
Mandarin.
Fuck.
See, that's good.
I didn't bring the
like
gun.
that. That's a good joke.
Thank
Usually
you.
we have
Thank you,
guns.
Nancy. where are you every episode? Bo was about to take his mic off. He's like, hold on, we need a
Before we
meeting.
fucking restart.
You're not
I
supposed
hated
to
that.
like
I
these
hated
jokes.
that.
Normally we have little guns we shoot each other with when we make bad jokes.
Cute.
Yeah.
I've heard of Erie, Pennsylvania.
I've heard of it.
Most people have driven through it.
Okay.
Not a lot of people.
Is it eerie?
spent any time there? It is in many ways. In fact, I don't. Do you remember Did you ever hear about the? No, you guys are probably too young. The pizza bomber. There was like this big story. They
Yeah.
made a movie about it.
Absolutely.
That had very little to do with the actual story.
Aziz wasn't involved in
Aziz
real life.
was not involved.
Wait, is it the one where
They strapped the bomb around his neck.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked
Pizza
about this on
delivery.
another pod. didn't
It's
we?
not often the movie has.
Okay, fuck.
Oh,
We tried.
relax.
She
No,
put her head
she's coming
right
back.
on my lap.
Exactly.
She's like, my terms,
Very
not
close.
your terms.
She was like, their podcast wasn't that great. I can't show them love right now.
Much like the podcast, you gotta like fucking.
It's actually a similar dynamic. So
It
far.
is.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get too far off track. We're already
That's
going
where they
off
blew
the
up that guy.
Yeah, so it was like,
Wow.
and it was literally, it happened like 2 weeks before I left to move to Boston for law school. So like when I got to Boston, everyone was like, Erie, isn't that where that fucking pizza bomber guy was?
And you're like, yeah, don't know
And
a
it was,
thing.
Like
Yeah.
that, and that story, like people kind of saw the headlines. It actually ended up, there's a book about it, I forget what it's called, but it's by a guy named Ed Palatella, who was just like a newscaster in Erie. Fascinating fucking story. Like so much crazier and more layers to it than like I feel like it made the headlines. But there was like all kinds of crazy shit where, there was a woman in charge of the whole thing. Like a woman had architected and she was a fucking lunatic. And of course Erie was such a small town.
You hear that, guys? Women are capable of doing horrible things too.
Domestic terrorism isn't just for men.
It's not just for men anymore, guys. It's 2026 or whenever that happened.
Zach Morin did tell me this morning. He was like, you are so anti-woman that JD Vance would be proud of you. Like, literally, fuck you. I'm not anti-woman.
Well, you are on the right podcast now.
Oh my god, dude.
It's not true.
we hate everyone equally.
Listen,
Yeah.
I love a woman in a male-dominated field. All right, she's architecting some crazy
That's
shit
what
out
I'm
here.
saying.
all right?
Much
Yeah.
respect,
Like-
honestly.
A plus, and she like, and it turned out. So when the whole thing went to trial, she had been the valedictorian of her class, her high school class or whatever, and the prosecuting attorney was the salutatorian, and she just gave him shit the entire trial about how she was smarter than him because she was the valedictorian of their class and he was the salutatorian.
She
of their
just shit on
So there was
her,
like small
Fuck
town
you!
drama.
I might be going to jail. But I got higher than you in class. Like,
so
she
there's
was a
literally an
fucking lunatic,
infusion
yeah.
of that.
Oh,
into
100%.
That's
and
hilarious.
She, like, her first husband had like died under mysterious circumstances. And
Oh,
then,
she
like,
killed him.
100%.
Pizza related on
And
mysterious
then she had this like friend who I think was like in love with her, and some other dude. I think might have been a second husband. I'm old. It's been a while. Some other dude that was close to her. She killed and then chopped up and had him had like her friend hide the guy in the freezer at his house.
Oh.
And then when he had terminal cancer and was about to die, he went to the cops. He was like, Marjorie, had me hide the man in the freezer.
Why?
And she was the one who architected the whole pizza bomber thing.
That asshole, you're about to die.
craziest thing. I
You
know.
die with the dude in the freezer. Everybody assumes it's you.
It's you, and then
she gets
your
away
woman
and is killing more
gets to
people.
kill more
yeah.
people. Oh,
What could have
yeah,
been?
No, it's crazy. It's bonkers.
This is
but
very
it was
reverse
very
roles
small
here.
town. Yeah, I know.
The guy was
right?
bitching out.
The guy was bitching out hard, man.
Got it.
Now we got a man and a woman dominated field. Oh, I did not say that on the internet.
You're on the right podcast, but that is eerie.
So what else?
Yes.
What else? Is there anything recent going on in Erie that you found that really?
Yes, I did. And so it wasn't on a message board, but it was absolutely fucking delightful. So my friend, I actually was just back there. Every year I go back and like spend a week with my friends and stuff. And my friend Corey
Plant some
Amick,
bombs.
shout out, showed me this article. Because we got to talk about like e-bikes and shit like that and whatever. So like, of course,
Got a lot of opinions.
there's
on
some
those.
drama about like the e-bikes, people wanting to regulate them, people wanting to not regulate them, whatever. There was an article in the newspaper, in the local paper, about how, yeah, I know, guys, I know we're worried about the e-bikes, but this guy on an e-bike did find a couple having sex in the graveyard and stop them. So if it wasn't for the e-bikes, we'd have people just fucking in graveyards, left, right, and center, and we can't have that.
As far
It was amazing.
The most
I was
linear
like,
argument I've ever
I love
heard.
it.
as far as a place to fuck in public, a graveyard is pretty.
It's not the worst.
No one's being wounded there.
Well, were they alive?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
It
They weren't
wasn't.
fucking the dead people.
Look, I don't know.
Live
I don't know.
people
I don't know what goes
fucking.
on in those podunk towns in Pennsylvania. I don't know what you do over in. It's called Erie.
No.
Spooky.
Listen, super fair.
Spooky Pennsylvania. Cemetery sex.
I'm from fucking Massachusetts. All right, no, yeah, I can see. So everyone's an honorary bike cop over there.
100%.
basically.
Like, great.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see if I can find the. She just sent it to me. Yeah.
I got a lot of
Literally,
opinions.
the title of the article was "Bicyclist Helps Stop Intercourse at Girard Cemetery."
What an asshole.
What the fuck? That's amazing.
Stops
What an
intercourse.
What an
Local
asshole.
hero. Cock
Indeed.
blocks.
Huge, massive.
You know-
cockblock, yes.
I get two opinions on this. One, if they're
One, nice.
nice. No, if you're like, I'm gonna give you from the age of like 15 to like 20, 21. If you're fucking outside, I'm like, all right, I get
Because
it.
that's where you have to fuck.
Exactly.
You know
That's what I'm
where-
saying.
If you have good
Right.
parents.
After
Right.
that,
That's true. Oh, that's wholesome and adorable.
yeah.
Well, that's how deep this goes. You know, there's like, socioeconomic factors here. You know, did they have an extra room? You know what I mean?
You never
Probably
know.
not.
You never know.
Or did they miss grandma so much that
Yeah.
they couldn't be far away?
They had to go right on
Can't
top.
know.
I always told her I'd have her meet my first girlfriend. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I had a long day.
I mean, listen, it has to happen somehow, you know?
After the age of like 21.
Then it gets weird. Now it's weird.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
you don't have places
stop
you could
fucking
go. You
outside.
should
Yeah,
go.
No,
go
yeah.
somewhere else.
That's
Although
high school
when
behavior.
I probably was 15. I think, no, I had to be 16 because I was driving. This is so stupid. But whatever. So I went parking, as you do. Apparently this is not a term people use anymore. We're fooling around in a car. We weren't having
Parking?
sex.
We went
We were heavy
parking.
petting in a car. This guy.
Heavy petting, yes.
Heavy petting.
Oh,
Don't
no.
pet the
Oh,
See, she knew.
She stuck her snoot right.
Oh,
She stuck her
stop it.
snoot right under my hand
Stop it. She
and was
does
like,
that.
"Hey, you stopped petting me. What's going on?"
Amelia,
Heavy petting, soft petting.
Amelia, you shouldn't have dressed that way. Come on.
I was hoping one of you would make it like that.
It had to be
The
me.
cute little crab collar you got on. Anywho, heavy petting in the car.
Heavy petting in the car, as you do when you're a
See?
teenager. This is the place you do it, right?
Yeah, it's the move.
Whatever. And my dad took me afterward for one of these dad drives, where like you have to talk about something serious, but you have to look each other in the eye, so it's perfect. And
I never thought about it like that.
definitely. And he's like, listen, man, I gotta tell you something. Not allowed to see Dave Schwetz anymore. It's off the table because I got a phone call. One of my students, my dad was a 5th grade teacher. One of my students' dads is a cop, and he was called to the scene of a car parked somewhere it shouldn't be parked, and he ran this plate and saw that it was me and saw that the windows were all fogged up, and decided he was just gonna handle it off the books with me instead of like calling it in.
Oh shit.
Also, is that illegal?
I believed that insane fucking ridiculous story until I was like 29, and I was telling somebody that in front of my dad, and he goes, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Obviously I was lying." He was like, "Your mother was reading your diary." Like, what the fuck? You believe
So
that?
good.
How dumb are you? And I was like, God damn it.
Fool the
Oh.
game, dude. Well, how
I forgot
far
about diaries.
how far off was this
Self-narc.
between the parking and the conversation? What's
Like
the gap
days.
there?
As long as it took me to write it down in my diary, my mother to find my diary, read it, tell my dad, and then hack
So
it
she was
back.
on that shit.
Oh, on
She knew
it.
everything
I used
going
to
on with
change
you.
the hiding spots like constantly. It didn't matter.
I always wondered. I don't know. It's so much different with like these new generations because like my sister had one of those like walking diaries, and all you
Yeah,
need was a
yeah, yeah,
screwdriver.
yeah.
You know, I got in pretty quickly, but then I went in and I'm like, this is boring. Why do all the kids in the movies do this? You know, like I'm like, oh great, she has a crush on Mike. I don't even know who the fuck Mike is. But then like a few years later, like MySpace came out. You know, so like that's where all that shit went eventually.
And eventually everything
And
goes
what's the other
there,
one? Not
yeah.
Blogger.
Live
Live
something.
Journal.
There we go.
Live
Live
Journal.
Journal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she had
yeah,
one
yeah.
of those. So
Oh, man.
you know, I think she learned once all the fucking scratch marks are in the diary.
The lock is like cracked into.
But I always wonder what's the point of that. But then I'm like, okay, like they didn't have the tech back then. You know what I mean?
Didn't have the tech. Didn't have the tech. It was very sad.
Yeah, I think kids now just put every single thought that they have
Ever
on,
have on
the
internet. And there's no longer any such thing as shame because it's all out there. So
I respect the lack of shame there is out there, but I do think we are very pro bullying on this podcast, and
Yeah,
and that's
dude.
really where this started. Is all these
Perfect.
people on these not message boards, but like community discussion pages.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming up with just posting the most fucking nonsense shit. Like, why are there a lot of cars in this parking lot? I don't know. It's a fucking Best Buy. Maybe they're
It's
running a
parking lot.
sale.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I need at least 100 people in on this. You know, like on this think tank.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Well, and even I was just on the phone with my best friend whose daughter is about to go to college, and she was saying that like the message board, because I was telling her I was doing this, and she was saying like the message board for the parents is so psychotic because people will be like, well, will anyone be coming to check to see if my son's room is clean? Like, no, bitch. He's 18. We don't have like rent-a-mommies here to like make sure he's doing his dishes. Like,
Well, maybe
what are
you
you talking
should.
about? And so of course then it descends into like just mayhem and madness, and people just
Yeah, well, and that's
know.
the thing. People like, you know, like, it reminds me of the old saying, it's like, oh, know a person by looking at their friends, which is like, know how this person in this community is by looking at the community, you know? So if there's like an echo chamber of nonsense,
yes, for sure.
know,
Which can be.
and the smaller the town, the more fucking
smaller the town, the more psychotic. And like,
incestuous it gets.
I don't know. I've been chronically online at times in my life, and I have been banned from Facebook like a lot.
Banned?
Really?
Like in Facebook jail, where it's like 30 days. Like,
Damn,
You did
man.
30 days in the Facebook slammer?
I've never been banned
More
on
than
Facebook.
once.
That's
I don't know.
hardcore, dude.
I got banned
A
on
lot.
Twitter.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
really hard. Wait,
Wow.
X or Twitter?
Twitter.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say getting banned on X. What did you post?
I'll tell you, I'm very proud of it, actually.
Oh, dude, how?
It was the, do you remember that the gun girl, she had her 15 minutes of fame because she took her college graduation photos with like an AR-15.
Oh, right.
It was that girl, and she posted some shit about abortion and some very like negative shit about abortion. And I commented, "You're just lucky your guns can't get you pregnant, but I encourage you to keep trying." Is what I said.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so I stand by it. It got 500,000 likes or
I'm
something
sure
like
it
that.
did.
Because
I'm
people
sure
hate
it
that
did.
bitch. And
That's a
yeah.
good bit, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. You should tell that
You
story
should talk about
more.
that on
Like,
stage.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised
for
I'm hearing
sure.
this for the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
It's sensational.
I stand by it. Fuck that gun girl. She shit her pants at a party. That came out after. when she got kind
Of
of.
course she did.
Well, it's from all the
See,
recoil,
Mila,
you know?
you don't get to yell at him if you're trying to shake his hand. That's not how that works.
She's like,
She's like,
I can
but
do what
why
I
not?
want.
Well,
Are you not an ally?
She's like, this is my territory. There you go.
Yeah, you're
There
very
we
good. You're
go.
very.
There's
She
a
keeps
pretty
sticking her
good-
little snoot
I
under
know,
my
because
hand.
she wants you to pet her, and then she's like, but I don't know.
She gets cold feet. I get it.
But I don't know.
My parents saw I was up at the lake this weekend, and I went up yesterday for the chicken barbecue.
Of course.
There was a big chicken barbecue,
Oh.
and I posted a video just kind of like showing the chicken barbecues. They had the big, they made it out of like cinder blocks
Nice.
and had like the racks, and they were like flipping it. I just thought it was cool, so
Do
I
it the
put
right
it on
way.
my story. But I was just kind of panning over, and my buddy saw that there was just happened to be probably the one black guy at the chicken barbecue in the New Hampshire. Just was like in the shot the whole time. He's like, no way you kept that on him for like 3 seconds. I'm like, I wasn't even paying attention.
Like, I was focused on the chicken.
I
Like,
was focused
not-
on.
Well, so was that guy.
He
But
He
that's
was.
for,
He
that's
was
for another
walking
day.
right over to the chicken. He happened to been walking over to the chicken. I didn't even get any of the chicken.
No one even knew who that guy was, actually. He just wandered in.
It was like, oh, this was the funniest thing. They had talk about community, so it's this lake community
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's like a fundraiser for the lake. Whatever. My mom's
Yeah.
like the treasurer now because fucking why not? I guess. And they had
Adorable.
they had a raffle, like all these raffle prizes that people
Yeah.
donated. There was on this a 18-pack of Bud Heavies, a bottle of Fireball,
Oh, boy.
which my family won both of them.
Wow,
My aunt put one ticket in the Fireball, and my grandfather put one ticket in the 18-rack of Bud Heavies.
And God
Flawless.
saw it.
Yeah, I came back home and
God
I'm like,
said.
what? Why? I guess my uncle drinks Fireball. Or
Okay.
whatever. Pepe does not drink Bud Heavies. I don't know why he'd even put it in there.
That's why. Well, you know, I don't have it around for guests or something. right?
There was
I
some
don't know.
other. There was some good. There was like a bottle of like E.H. Taylor, which is like good bourbon, but like
Yeah.
the prizes were just like anything anybody donated. There was like a wiffle ball set that you pick up at like a
nice.
CVS,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
bat and a
yeah,
ball
yeah.
together. I'm like, wow, $12 at CVS. Like, sure, I guess whatever.
Why not?
But yeah,
I always think of
With this
Sheffield.
one, you get a picture with the one black guy.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's
Where's this, New Hampshire, right?
it's the backwoods of New Hampshire. It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's called like Washington, New Hampshire,
Ah,
and
very
it's
good.
yeah.
So you know it's bad. It's a state for the town.
Yeah, it's like there's like the general store, and I think that's the only like place you can buy anything in Washington. You got to head over to like a whole other town. They have like a Shaw's.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's
It
That's
feels
a
made
small
up,
town
dude.
business, yeah.
Washington, New Hampshire.
And-
Fuck that.
and-
I don't believe you.
the Sampan, which is the only Chinese food place.
Yikes.
It's pretty dank. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good stuff.
That's
the
good.
Sampan, yeah.
That's good. Well, and that's so like I'm from Erie, but like the teeny town where I went to like Fairview High School, right? Like which had
Okay.
a stoplight, not even a whole grocery store. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
really tiny little town. And it was definitely the kind of place where like one time my mom was mad at me, and so I was racing home to get home from being with my speech and debate team at Barnes and Noble to get home because she was like, I don't want you there, blah blah blah, nerd shit, right?
You're in speech
Sure,
and debate.
yeah, yeah.
Of course I was.
Hell yeah.
And,
that actually that tracks a lot with what we all do now.
Indeed.
Like,
I know, totally. And like, so I'm racing at home, but I like just learned to drive, and I'm driving my parents' like 400-year-old like giant Cadillac something that was like very old, very heavy, very big, and so it was very hard to stop. I came like barreling down the street to like the busy road, barely stopped in time, like fishtailing, like it was close.
oh really?
And of course, the person who I almost hit was our across the street neighbor. Like,
Can't get away with that
beat
one. They
me
know who you
home,
are. Yep.
knocked on my parents' door because then I slowed down because then I was freaked out, right? So like they beat me home by a fair margin, and I get home, my mom's like, "You motherfucker! I'd kill you!" Don't worry, I almost killed myself, so we're on the same page.
It's a good thing my mom doesn't know what a podcast is, because I was in her Honda Pilot back in high school.
Yeah.
And I worked at this place, Lancaster Soccer Fields. Like everybody from my high school did a stint there at some point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just like
yeah.
one of the. It was like kind of like the cool place to work because you just like sat in a
nice.
parking lot on the weekends and
yeah,
smoked
yeah.
weed,
Oh,
and just like
that's
we're like you
Yeah,
park
work.
over here. Yeah.
Yeah, work.
Picked up trash. But But we were going out. This is back lot that's like way in the back. We used to park cars out these huge This place has 16 full-size soccer fields, so it's huge. It's the biggest like sports complex in New England, I think, or at least soccer.
Yeah.
And there's a parking lot way out back there. There's a dirt road, and I just start flooring it. Because I'm like, haha, and I'm like 16 at the time, and I got my buddy Dave in the car, and I started fishtailing. I'm like, oh no, because it's like swamp on each side of this road.
So you'll be in deep shit.
Oh no, yeah, I would have
Literally,
totaled the car, like totaled the car. But I didn't. I got it back in line, and then I was like wide-eyed, freaked out. And my buddy Dave's like, "You didn't mean to do that," and I'm like, "No."
You're
like, what do you take me for?
Yeah,
I'm but a child.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like Bo would have been that kid though. You know, he's just like, hey, you guys want to see something cool?
Oh, dude, I was that kid for sure.
No, exactly.
Like,
if anything, he learned how to fishtail that day and probably used that skill later on.
we definitely did some donuts in the parking lot. It was fun. Yeah, but like this was like a narrow. It's funny because the fields were like over here. There's this narrow parking lot that went through like literally like swampland, like Massachusetts swamp. On each side, and then opened up to a bigger parking lot. And then I think I told you this, and then if you went to the end of that parking lot, there was a big sand and gravel quarry and a farm back there.
You told me about the sand and gravel quarry, because I used to...
This is a different sand and gravel quarry.
Of course it's a different sand and gravel quarry.
There's a few. We smoked weed in a few of these.
Yes.
Well, there was the weed one, there was the sex one, there was the...
Well, yeah. But there was...
Sounds painful.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But this woman at the soccer fields, this woman who worked, she was an EMT there. She was cool, like probably like, late 20s, early 30s. We were like 17, 18 at the time. And her dad was the farmer way back there. And she told us, she's like, yeah, one of his, back there, he's got a cooler or a fridge full of beer somewhere. She goes, yeah, when it's real slow here on my lunch, I'll go out back and get a couple beers out of
She's telling to a bunch of teenage boys.
So this is the summer before I'm going to college. We're like, we know there's beer back there, so we take like the
practice time,
the John Deere Gators out back there, and we're looking around. We're like, if I was beer, we're trying to think like beer because it's like how like. Well,
not like the farmer who placed the beer.
No,
the beer itself. If I were beer, where would I be?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because every farm, if you've ever been on a farm, there is one area that is just junk.
Yes.
Basically a dump of like old. So there's all these like trailers and old like equipment and trucks.
Wait, I grew up on a farm? Shit.
Yeah.
Shit, I had no idea.
So I'm like, if I'm a fridge full of beer, I need electricity. So I went to the main barn.
Smart.
Found the cord. Followed it to the right trailer, went in, and just like she said, fridge full of beers. So we each grabbed 2 of the beers, got back on the John Deere Gators, and started ripping around through the woods, drinking beer. Got one of the Gators stuck. We're like, fuck!
Fucking Dick Tracy drinking over here.
Dude, it was
just
so
following the clues.
Yeah.
When beer is at stake, all of a sudden you're a high-level detective.
Yeah.
You say you got the Gators and everything, too?
Yeah, the John Deere Gators. They were so much fun. That was a cool job.
That's pretty tight, man.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty great.
Yeah.
I'm like this. It kind of bumps me out because I'm like I grew up very country girl, like same kind of vibe, right? And my kids are city kids because I live here in JP now. And
I was gonna ask you, where do you live now in JP?
Yeah. So like they are city children, and so when we like a few years ago. I brought the kids back. We went to go visit my friend Karen, who lives in like a little cute little subdivision in our little cute little town where we all grew up. And we got out of the car. Somebody was on a riding lawnmower, like a John Deere, in their big giant yard across the street. And my son Logan looks at me and he goes, "What the fuck is that?" Like he's like, "What the hell is that thing?" He thought it was like a dinosaur. Like he had no idea. He'd never seen it because he'd never seen anyone mowing a lawn.
Can I get one of those?
A riding lawnmower. He was like, "That's amazing."
Those are tight,
That's a
dude.
lawnmower, and I was like, "Well, that's a little embarrassing. My fucking kid doesn't know what a goddamn lawnmower is."
Well, to back up your kid
But
here, I had the similar moment when I was literally like 18 or 19 years old. I was at my friend's house in Everett. Just city as it gets around here. I just see this kid riding down the street with a tractor, and we just smoked weed, so I was like,
What?
I was like, yeah, because he was like, I mean this respectfully, I was like, the autistic kid riding a tractor. he goes,
Dude, that kid was.
he goes, yep, he does that. I was like, all right, good to know. Then every time we'd be
Alrighty
smoking on
then.
the porch, he would just come on by. Sometimes his like shirt would be off. I'd be like, that kid's fucking crushing it right
Because
now.
if you've never seen it before, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
The 0 turn ones, those things are sweet.
Right, yeah, like they just turned right around, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he goes to Karen, my friend Karen, and he goes, and she was like, okay, honey, like all the kids are like on the trampoline in the backyard, and he just goes, oh, you have a backyard and a front yard, like peak wealth. Like I've never seen anything like
I get it, dude.
was
I
like,
get it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have like some grass somewhere that like we put the fucking garbage cans on. Like that's about it.
We got patches, you know. It's all about the patches and what you do with them in the city.
Trampoline
The
is
patches, yes, the patches.
It's all about the patches.
trampoline is very like kind of like country-ish too.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
yeah, no.
if a city kid has a trampoline, don't let your kids hang out there.
Well, then they're millionaires because the home insurance alone to have a trampoline in
Oh,
the
you know what?
city,
Fair
That's
enough.
my
yeah.
parents
no
would
one can
never
afford it.
let
That's
yeah.
crazy. Like,
But I mean, like inner city. You know what I mean? Like I have a couple kids in mind growing up where I'm like, they fucking
like, off
shoved.
the grid. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
They shoved a
Look at me assuming
trampoline
everyone's
into the
still in
alley
nurture.
behind their house. So like you would have to go on the
so
trampoline.
if you fall off, you're falling into a brick building.
Or on the fucking ground with like
Pavement,
broken
yeah.
bottles and shit. But like it wasn't obviously probably wasn't legal, but like it was to the point where like in order to get to their backyardish area, you had to go over or under the trampoline. Like so even like their parents were
Wow.
like fucking doing like
bounce
yeah.
off.
You're giving me ideas.
It's tight. Don't get me wrong. It's
right,
sick.
right in that corner where my grill is, actually where the motorcycles are now. I can totally
Throw
put-
those out.
I could totally put a trampoline there.
Dude,
I've
you have
always
room-
wanted one.
Dude,
as
you
a
got
kid.
room for a tramp. Absolutely, dude. We can tramp out in your back.
I would get the.
You can quote me on that.
The neighbors have called the fire department on me twice
Why?
now.
For being so
I've,
fucking hot.
I've got a smoker, and
Oh,
it
fuck off.
smokes, and they're like,
But
it's smoky, and
Where
I'm
do you
like,
live?
Bo, I have a name.
I live in Brighton.
This is, but fucking, there are some people who
Yes.
should not live in the fucking city.
Yes,
if you
Nancy.
cannot handle human fucking being around you ever, what the fuck are you doing here?
Let the
Get the
hate
fuck out. Like,
flow.
listen, it makes me crazy when people are like this. You cannot, if you are going to live in close quarters with other people, you need to have a certain amount of like, yeah, sometimes it's gonna suck. Go fuck yourself. I don't know what to say.
it's
You
about
can't call the
expectations.
fucking fire department.
It's also
That's
smoking
ridiculous.
meats. It's
It's
not like
smoking
it.
meats.
It's
It's
not
not
like
like you're-
I'm not lighting a fucking like a trash fire. You know what I mean?
No, that's the
Like-
fucking area though,
Right.
man. So many Karens actually. They're everywhere. Don't get me wrong, but the Boston area ones really piss me off, man. I don't know if you would start doing comedy yet, but do you remember Wade's Barbecue across in the jungle?
Oh yeah.
Do you know why they're not there anymore?
Yeah,
You
no.
told me about
Because
this.
your fucking neighbor probably lives there too. Somebody like called the city and complained about the smoky smell.
Really?
So literally, that guy's just been
That
fucking
sucks.
sucks ass.
And the
dude.
city
He's such a
was-
good guy, and like it was all fucking legit. Like they went through the proper channels, but actually, it wasn't even a person. It was like a business in that alley that complained. And mind you, a business that isn't even open every day.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
It's
complete
like, It's like
bullshit.
if we're all gonna live in the same fucking place, sometimes it's gonna suck. Sometimes you're gonna be annoyed. Sometimes there's gonna be coyotes. There's
Sometimes
gonna be,
it's gonna smell delicious. Sorry.
Yeah, I know,
Like, what
right?
the fuck,
That's
dude?
such a low level of
It's
like.
the vegans. That's all. Don't even get us started on the.
It was
on
the
fucking-
vegans,
It's
wasn't
it's
it?
the fuck.
Yeah.
It's Somerville, right?
But also like fucking like I don't know. Yeah, it's meat, but like you could smoke vegetables if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah, if you're a
I
fucking
don't know why you
terrorist,
would,
dude.
but-
I don't know why you would. I mean, there's some vegetables and
that.
some of the things
You
that I
can't call the fire
smoke.
department and be like, I don't eat anything with a face, so he can't either. Meh. Like, what are we doing? That's
I'm a
crazy.
pescatarian.
They just were mad because it was smoky, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
well,
Well,
fucking-
invite me over
And
more.
the thing
I'll
is,
smoke
I'm
the
guessing you're
fucking
not
place up.
smoking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right?
No,
Like,
just like
whenever
6
you're-
hours on the weekend.
6
or
hours on the
something.
Yeah,
weekend,
directly
like,
under their window. What
suck
are you gonna
it.
do?
Well, it was funny. The fire department showed up and they were like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm grilling. And they were like, well, we have to check it out. And the fire department comes over and the guy's like, it's a nice grill. And I'm like,
Well, that's the thing. It's
I'm like, stick
sure,
around,
they're
dude.
just as annoyed as everybody else. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that reminds me actually. So I had an experience one time, it's stupid, where the fire department did have to come, but not because I called. Technically, I guess I did call them, but not because I was mad at anyone else. I'd gotten myself locked in like tiny jail by accident. 'Cause I
Tiny
was-
jail?
Is this like a euphemism or
No.
What is tiny
is
jail?
that like
I
a
had
tiny
gone-
house but jail?
Started out so wholesome.
I have so many questions. Sorry.
I had gone swimming, and I don't know if you know, whatever. There's
At the tiny
whole-
lake.
a series of pools.
Tiny pool.
In Boston, you can sign up for a slot. You can do lap swimming, whatever, right?
Okay.
Like they're all over the place.
Okay.
The one of the ones that I liked was called Mason Pool. It's kind of near. It's actually very near Victoria's Diner, but it's not too far from Mass and Cass. And so it's not in like the shiningest of neighborhoods. But I liked it because like not a lot of people went there. Whatever. I went for the last slot of the day. I finished swimming. At the time, my kids were really little. I'm enjoying a nice hot shower where no one is asking me for a snack. I'm washing my hair. Like I was enjoying some peace and quiet. Okay, so yes, I was taking a little too long there.
I already feel bad because I know it's going somewhere bad.
So I'm like in this shower and I'm behind a curtain and I hear like a man's boots coming through the locker room and he's like, "Is anybody here?" And I don't want to get raped and murdered, so I just didn't say anything. I just was like, I'm just gonna be quiet. Like this is none of my business. And so he leaves.
My head, because I'm not a woman, goes right to, oh, this guy's trying to lock up. He's like the janitor.
100%.
Well,
You nailed it. I didn't realize it was the last lot of the day. I had no idea. I was just like, oh, don't want to be raped and murdered, so I'm just gonna be.
Oh no.
So he locks up and leaves.
Tiny
I
wet
finish
jail.
my leisurely shower, and I go to leave, and I'm like, oh fuck. This place
Hold
is
on though, was the water
locked down.
running?
No, that was the thing. Is I was
okay.
done with the shower, but I was like putting shit in my hair and like getting dressed and whatever. But I was still behind the curtain, and so he didn't know I was there. So not his fault. And I like wrote a long letter to make sure that he didn't get fired and like that everything was not his fault because I felt
my
really bad.
He definitely asked.
Whatever. He
See,
100%. He
he's
did everything. He was
he's such a
supposed
good
to do.
guy too because he asked and he didn't go like, ah!
He didn't like open all the curtains because he actually is a good guy. I was like, oh, like a murderer and a rapist would not do that.
And honestly,
Poor
that-
guy.
but
Slither
that
slowly, quietly in and not announce themselves, which I should have put together, but I did not.
no, but that is a rock and a hard place for you two in the moment. You know, I understand in the moment just
guess.
having to make a snap decision.
Right.
I'm giving
And
you the benefit of the
I
doubt
didn't realize
here.
it was the last slot of the day because it was like a 3:30 slot
Well,
on
that's
a
the thing,
Saturday.
you're
So like, I
fucking-
wasn't thinking like I'm here in the middle of the
Oh,
night
that's
or
not
anything.
Well, you're also
Right,
naked
Right,
in a
it wasn't
weird
even that
building.
late.
You know what I mean?
And
So I'm
it's
just
a weird
saying.
building and it's a weird whatever. So I realize everyone has left, and I'm like, well, fuck. And so the doors were like you could still open the doors, but again, not a great neighborhood. So like this far out, maybe like between here and a little further than there. There's like a grate, like the big grate that comes down that's padlocked from the outside, like that.
Oh,
whole
great.
thing. So I open the door, I like tug on the thing, it's very locked, and I was like, okay, we'll figure this out. So like I'm gonna first like look for different doors. I go around the whole building, back into the pool area, like trying to open all the doors. Everything is super locked.
Scoping for low windows.
Plan B, I'm gonna try and find the key to the padlock. There has to be more than one, right? So like now I'm just scouring the building for keys.
So now you're in an
I'm
escape
just
room.
looking, literally like in an escape room. And so I finally find some keys like on a hook in the pool area. I was like, nailed it. I'm amazing. I'm so smart. So I go out to try to use it on the padlock. Doesn't work. Not the right keys. And then now the doors have locked behind me. So now I'm in between the doors and the grate. And I'm just
No.
in tiny jail.
How much
Can't
space
get
was
out.
it?
I mean, it's not a lot. Not a lot.
Like the couch?
I mean, like the width of like 2 double doors, and then like maybe a little less than the couch.
No.
Like not a lot of room. I left my bag inside. Thank God. It was winter, so I had my sweatshirt on. So I had my car keys, and my phone in my sweatshirt pocket.
Wait, this is an indoor pool?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
was
just trying
thinking
to
outdoor
leave.
pool.
I gotta
for some
ask
No, it was an
though
indoor
about
pool.
the grate situation. Was it you were outdoor technically at that point? So like
I'm outdoors.
They could hear you through the grate. They could see
People
you
can
through the
hear
grate.
and see me, but nobody's
if
there.
need be.
This is not like a walking neighborhood. Like no one is like.
I'm already thinking ahead
hanging
though.
around. So I do wait a little bit. Like I'm just like, and then I'm like, hello, can someone help me like a fucking asshole? And I finally give up. Thank God I have my phone with me. So I call like the. Oh, relax! It's just somebody turning around me.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Keep going. I'm just going to see what time we're at. And
Oh, gotcha.
we're still recording. Yay.
That's really the big one.
I think it was the heat. The other day we tried to record with, Yao.
Oh yeah.
And it just shut off like 11 minutes in. It was really hot that day. I think it might have had
He just
something
had
to
the
do with
same.
it.
Perfect Crime just had the same experience.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it was
he
the
was
heat,
really
not
bummed.
us. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Yao too?
No, not Yao.
I was gonna say, oh
it
my god,
was,
poor guy.
Nate Fillers and Gaping Mike Shelton. Sorry.
Gaping
No, you had it
Mike.
right. You had it right.
His thing's still up on the board in there, so I was
Damn.
looking at it.
I feel even worse because all those people came from Worcester. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Well,
stinks.
that's the thing.
Mike's
And
in
Joe was saying it
Leominster.
was like a really good podcast too, so he was bummed. But
Dude,
That
the
was the
Yao
same
one
thing
was
with you.
was almost as good as this one.
Hey.
Hey.
So you gotta keep moving up and up, onward and upward, guys.
So you're,
Okay.
All right, so you're stuck in tiny
jail.
jail.
Whatever. So I'm in tiny jail, and I
The name of
like
the episode is definitely Tiny Jail.
so sad. And I like call the non-emergency number. You'll enjoy this. We're getting to bullying. So and I'm like trying to explain the situation. It's very hard to explain. It's very hard to explain. How did you end up there? What are you doing? And I was like, I need someone with like clippers. Like I need like to like get the lock off. I just want to leave, man. I'll figure out the rest later.
I need a
That's
janitor
if you're,
and/or
if you're at that
superhero.
point,
But
so
this
many
was-
people
this
that I
was
could
so
have
many
called.
people,
We're
but it
gonna
was
get
before I
bolt
started
cutters
comedy, so like
or
I don't know what happened, whatever. So like they're like, okay, we'll send a patrol car. So they send this patrol car, and out comes the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Really?
She just looks like every girl who bullied me in high school. Like she's gorgeous, she's tall, she's skinny, she's blonde, she's exquisite. She looks mean, but in a funny way. Like she's everything you want to be, right? Like she's just perfect. And I was like, oh, this is fantastic. She's like, what the fuck happened? How did you get here? So like I explained it to her. Then like 5 minutes later, another cop car comes up and the guy gets out. He's like, I just want to see it for myself. He's like, I heard this on the
I
radio.
got it on the radio.
That was crazy. And then like a third one comes, same exact thing. And I was
no.
like, don't you guys have something else to do?
We're on Mass and Cast. You definitely
Literally,
have
like,
something
you
better to
definitely-
do.
And then I was like, does anybody have like I can't you just get me out of this?
Get
I
the
just-
fuck outta here.
I'm so sorry. Such a piece of shit. I'm so sorry. So sorry. And they're like, no, man. They're like, people fucking hate cops. They're like, we can't get into any buildings. Like, we have to call the fire department. I was like, oh no. So like, up comes the whole fire truck with the sirens going and the whole 9 yards. And these like
Nice.
big, gigantic dudes just come out with like the huge, like bolt cutters, and they just with lights still going. Bunch of cops, bunch of firefighters, all coming out at the same time. Like, how the fuck this happened? They just,
Oh no.
He was like, I didn't want to
I
get.
didn't want to get raped and murdered.
Or
so
anything.
I don't know what happened. Sorry. I don't know what happened. Sorry.
That's so bad. And
So
you've got
bad.
like 15 people there now.
Oh yeah. Oh, the city
Oh,
is paying
my-
thousands of dollars at this point for me.
There
to
were houses on fire down
like
the street.
literally, like houses are on fire, and I'm just like, I don't want to.
I get it though. For those guys, they're so used to like domestic violence, OD. They're like woman in
dumb
tiny
white lady.
jail.
Like, what?
But
Woman
also
in
you're
tiny jail. What?
But also, you're getting like the
Not all the time.
Stockholm syndrome, Boston Police Department being like, everyone hates us. We can't do anything.
I know, I know, and I was being so nice to them because I was afraid of them, and not afraid of them, but like afraid of their judgment. I was afraid of the blonde girl. Let's be honest.
No, I know what you
I was
mean.
having
I know what you mean.
PTSD. I don't know what happened.
Nah, sometimes I'll meet someone who reminds me of like a high school or middle school person, and I'm just a shell of myself.
Oh my god! Oh
in
my god!
that
Oh my god!
moment.
Yeah, 100%. Yes,
Also,
absolutely.
what went wrong with this beautiful, tall, blonde woman that she's now a Boston cop?
Also, what was her badge
That's a good
number?
question. That I don't know.
Yeah.
She was, and that thing, she was one of the people, I don't know if you guys have this, where like, you ever like, I don't know, she was like so beautiful, I like couldn't talk. You know what I mean? Where like, you just can't, I'm like, we're not the same species.
No, it was like
I
me
don't
the
know.
day I met Bo.
It's like trying to talk to like,
Shut up.
They told me all about his butt, and I was like, we're friends now.
Yeah, the first day I met James, I told him probably a 4-minute story about my butthole.
you know, I mean, listen, we
I was like-
all find our connections in different
Well, I
ways.
was like, through his
It's lovely.
beauty, I was like,
Oh,
okay.
You do that.
She said, "No, you pay attention to me,
Oh, yeah.
not him."
Now she's staring at
very
me.
demanding.
Now she's staring me down, like, yeah, what, bitch?
That's so funny.
Tell me about his
likes
butthole now.
Make sure everybody knows who's boss.
My
Boss is
my
Mila.
family dog got real sick yesterday. Got stung. But my mom, I guess, she goes on like hikes. It's like really in the woods, so she goes on like
Yeah.
hikes with the dog in the woods. And I guess she got like stung or bit by something, and just she's like a little puppy, and just like walked out of the woods and was just like, ugh, and just like couldn't move. My mom had to like
Oh my
carry her like a
God.
mile out of the woods.
Jesus.
That's,
Is
that's
she
sad.
okay?
What
She's
kind
good. They gave her.
Yeah.
They brought her to the vet and gave her.
Like an
they-
epi shot,
yeah,
basically.
like epinephrine, something like that.
Maybe,
It's sad when
maybe
they're
she's
cute.
allergic to bees, just like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, for real.
yeah.
Like, we got her back this morning. She was like fine.
Oh, that's rough. What kind of dog is it?
She's a little something mutt.
Just
I
a
don't.
little rando.
She's white and brown little spots,
Oh,
and
Yeah,
I'll show you a picture after.
Okay.
Very
Cute,
cute. Very
cute.
cute dog. Very good dog.
that's good.
My brother's pit bull was also up last night. Not a good dog.
Not a good dog.
Not a good
I was
dog.
I was trying to set up for a bit where I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that sucks. What dog is a pit bull? All right, never mind. But it's fine. I've met good pit bulls. They're not all psychos.
You'll meet Scotty at some point.
Yeah.
Scotty, the female pit bull dog with a boy name.
Oh, that's
That's awesome.
She, to be fair, if she was a person, she'd be like a butch lesbian.
okay.
She's like muscle. Like everybody
Yeah,
thinks
yeah,
she's
yeah,
a boy
yeah,
dog.
yeah. Nope, absolutely.
I know that game.
James is also used to that.
That was my nickname in high school, butch lesbian.
Was it?
College.
Like that's very weirdly specific. I don't know.
It was actually Homeless Jay, and I was not homeless.
Really?
Yeah, I've really come up in the world,
Huh.
Yeah, story for another day. Let's focus back on our guest. So you got out of tiny
She got
jail.
out of tiny jail.
Yeah, no,
And what
it
did
all
you
worked out.
learn
That was
from
good
this
to see.
experience? If you had to one takeaway from this whole thing,
Don't be such a dumb cunt. I think
that's the episode name. That should be our podcast
That's what I
name.
took away from it. I don't know about everybody else.
That's the spinoff with Nancy. Like, don't be a dog.
Take away a lot of
That's
things.
not your fault. That's like that's a comedy of errors. I'm not gonna blame
No,
that.
but I think
I've
the
called a
same
lot of
way,
people
though,
a dumb
you know
cunt.
what
I
mean?
don't think that was.
No, I hope it didn't come off as me agreeing. That's just
ode to dumb cunt. I think that's just a little flavor.
that's just so fucking
Asterisk.
funny.
Flavor. I don't know. That's mostly what I took away from it. But
Well, that's a moment though. Once again, I get that, like not reacting in the optimal way in that moment. You're like, okay, I'm vulnerable right now. There's you have a fork
Right.
in the road at that moment.
fork in the road.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm here, little
Oh,
me.
like, I'm here. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, I don't know. You get caught with your pants
Lesson
down.
learned. After that, every time I was in a pool locker room, they were like, "Is anyone in here?" I'd be like, "Yes, someone is here."
100%. There's 6 of us.
There's 6 of us. We're all very important. I have my boyfriend in here. I don't know if you know that.
Big, strong boyfriend.
Is that against the rules?
Somebody
He's a
at
southern
e-bike just
beau.
came in and caught us having sex.
Yes.
We're taking a pit stop from the graveyard and decided to hose ourselves down.
God, so horrifying.
I got caught with my pants down once. And it was
Wait, really?
it was at work, and it was kind of my own fault once again. Kind of similar in a completely different scenario
Hey.
entirely. But basically, we had this. It was a shitty old butcher shop that ended up closing within the next 6 months. And sometimes you shut the door and the lock mechanism doesn't click. You know what I mean? I hit the lock thing. I did my job, so I thought. And this guy just fucking barrels in. And I'm like, it's locked, it's locked, it's locked. He's like, no, he's still looking at me. He's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, all right.
Okay, well, still, you should leave.
Thank you.
though.
So that should have been it, right?
Yeah.
This turns into a 20-minute ordeal.
What?
Yes, of this guy just
Why?
being like, still not closing the door. He's like, buddy, you're a fucking idiot. If it was locked, why did it open? I'm like, you can leave. I'm like, you can just not be here right now. We can deal with this later. And I'm like, I locked it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm naked. Get the fuck out of here. My pants are down. Get the fuck out of here. He's like, all right, you fucking blah, blah, blah.
Oh
Whatever.
my God.
I
Well,
finished.
even if it wasn't locked, obviously I meant to lock it, asshole. Leave.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You would think. So I leave the bathroom and I'm just like,
You're a better man than me.
Well, I waited fucking 15 minutes. I was just like, I'm just gonna take my time. I was manager on duty at the time. I'm like, I can take my time. I don't want to deal with this fucking guy. The guy waited for me, and because he asked for
Well,
the
he probably had
manager.
to shit.
There was another bathroom. It all worked out.
really?
It all worked
I
out.
just wanted to argue with you.
He wanted to argue.
So
with
yeah,
you.
dude, because he couldn't just let that go. So I go back, and he literally went back and asked for a manager, and they're like, oh, he's in the bathroom. He's like, fuck. So I go around. It was a
my
butcher shop. I go
God.
behind. I beeline behind the line. Just walked right by him while his back was toward me. I thought I was playing fucking Spec Ops perfectly, but I'm literally like in the kitchen area, and like other James who was working there was like, hey, some guy wants to talk to you. I'm like, yeah, he wants to talk about
Oh
me
my
shitting right now in a food store.
God.
Yeah, so he's like, hey, just so he just repeats the whole thing. He's like, if it was locked, how do I get it? I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's one of those things where it just didn't click the whole way, and you caught me with my pants down. I didn't react accordingly. And he goes, well, you should have acknowledged that. I'm like, you shouldn't have looked at me naked. You should have walked away. I'm like, and we kept telling him, I'm like, by the way, can we not talk about me shitting in the shop right now? Can we just move on for this? He goes, you're a fucking retard, and just walks out. Mind you, he had his son with him, too, the whole time, who couldn't have been older than 12. So I'm like, now this kid's going to be a fucking asshole. And I just thought about the generations of retard that was coming from this.
You're a better man than me. I would have probably fought a guy with my pants down.
You know, it's just one of those things, man, where I was trying to be a leader. I just become manager.
And what's the goal there for you to be like, you know what, sir, you're right, I didn't
To
lock
win.
the door. What I really wanted was to stand here and fight with you,
can
while I'm naked.
Yeah,
Fuck
you can tell by how excited I was you walking in that I was waiting for that.
Clearly, this was the desired result.
Yeah, and like you said immediately, you nailed it immediately, Nancy, where it's just the initial reaction shouldn't be like stare at me and argue. It should be, okay, at the very least we could deal with this later. At the very least.
I'm not gonna lie, that's happened to me a few times where I actually didn't lock the door because I'm just taking a pee, and I'm used to
Just like
a urinal where you just
Yeah. Well, you're at least like
the single use always. I know I've forgotten to lock the door a bajillion times.
Yeah,
100%.
I've lucked out so many times in that regard. And I did my job this time. It was a shitty old butcher shop where we had to it flooded a bunch, so the door was all wonky and weird, so it didn't quite shut all the way. You know, it was a great situation.
Oh, God.
But yeah, no, Arlington, Massachusetts, where a bunch of these articles we read are from.
Arlington.
Some of the worst ones we've read.
I used to live in Arlington,
Oh, no
and I
shit.
can attest that it is a fucking weird-ass place to live. People are bizarre.
Completely. From top to bottom. So like you got the Heights people, which is where this butcher shop was, who think they're just so above every single other person that lives in that town. But they're so dumb. There was this one lady, this is a complete left turn. There was this girl with Tourette's who had a crush on me. It was a butcher shop.
What kind of Tourette's?
The kind where she said slurs. And
Really?
have I not told you about this lady?
Buddy, how have I not? If you have, I don't remember it. I feel like I would have remembered this.
So my coworker Justin, black fella, he used to call her N-word lady.
Oh, that's because she would say that?
She would come in. It was like
my
a
God.
high-pitched bird. And it got to the point where we were just like, Justin, you can have as many cigarettes as you want right now. Just you can leave. You don't have to deal with this. And she would
come in and say it?
immediately. And that's when he wasn't there though.
She
wouldn't say it. She would just say the normal fucks and all that. And once again, I understand Tourette's, you know, like I get it. Like it's about the thing you don't say. Like the whole thing at the Baptist this last year. I'm surprised that wasn't her. I was watching that. I was like, oh, it's fucking N-word lady. She made it all the way to England.
She had a crush on you?
So yeah, we were also a liquor store, and I ran the liquor department there. And yeah, and she would buy like a handle of Tito.
You could have had the coolest girlfriend ever.
Okay, I mean this like I really want to be nice about this. I have pretty low standards, and she was below my low standards. And not to mention, the Tourette's bumped her up like 50 points. Like 50 points. Like if she was like a shade better looking. I would be like, I'm dating N-word lady. She would walk dogs. I love dogs, but and she drank. I love drinking, but she would buy like a handle of vodka like every day to drown her sorrows. And like I was nice to her. Other people weren't. People would leave when she walks in. She was known in the neighborhood, and I would actually be. I was a humanitarian. This is the Heights. This is like right by like the pet store and like the dispensary that opened up a few years later.
Okay.
It's Maruichi now, the Japanese place that replaced the butcher shop.
Chinese place there, or like an Italian.
There's a
grocery,
bunch of little
nonsenses.
Yeah. I don't even remember what was next to it, if I'm being honest. But fuck, just
I think I know. It's like a big intersection with like
exactly.
A bunch of
It's
shit.
like right in the middle of the Heights, like legit,
okay.
like in that whole like that whole plaza. But Anyhoozle. Oh yeah, the urgent care is right next to it. That was right next to it.
Yes.
We used that quite a few times. Story for another day. But yeah, no, I remember this like girl. She would come in and kill the vibe. People would literally leave the store because they knew we were in the neighborhood, and I would just be a humanitarian. And just make eye contact with her and talk to her like a person while she was like, "Oh, that's interesting. N-word. That's interesting. N-word." Kids would be like, "What's that mean?" And they'll be like, "Oh, we'll tell you when you get home." But Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know whatever happened to her. I hope she's doing all right. But she developed a crush because I was just basically
You were
nice to
just
her.
nice to
In a
her.
world of people that, reacted to her in the way that they
Yeah.
did, I was, just a normal person at her. And she would get very flirty with me sometimes. And all the boys would tell me about it. I would hear about it every day.
Entertained by that.
Yeah, I kind
Very
of miss her.
different context, but I've been talking about this on stage lately. My son recently, who is growing up in a very progressive universe.
Also says the N word, yeah.
No, it's very important to understand that no, he does not. But
JP
he's
though,
been
right?
fucking with me. Yes.
Yeah,
JP.
I have a sister that lives there, is
Oh, no
raising
kidding.
kids there as well.
Yeah, so it's like a very
JP's a
diverse,
little-
very progressive, very
Yeah,
like,
I told them not to listen to my podcast today.
probably a good idea. Yeah. But like my 9-year-old has like been fucking with me lately, where like he likes to like if I'm not giving him like saying yes immediately, answering him right away, like whatever. He was like, oh, Mom, I want a snack, and I was like in the middle of something. I was like, I'll get to it in a second. I didn't answer right away. He's like, Nancy, Nancy. Like he started doing this because he knows I hate it.
That's so
No,
funny.
that's an N-word.
And so
That
I'm
is
sorry, I didn't want to bury the
different.
lead.
no,
My
you
bad.
nailed it. And so like, and I looked at him and I was like, and he goes, yeah, that's right, I said it. I said the N-word. And I was like,
Tell me you're doing this on stage.
oh yeah.
Please. That is so
Like,
good.
absolutely not. Never say that again. You're not. Nope. Absolutely not. I was
Thank
like,
you for the
did not.
material, but never say that again.
He does give me a lot of material.
You had some joke about your kid the other day that cracked me out. I want to say at the studio a couple weeks ago.
It was probably the tablet. He was like, who made my tablet or whatever? Was it the tablet broke?
I don't know. You had something
Yeah,
about
yeah,
your kid
yeah,
that
yeah,
really
something.
killed
That's a
me
funny
the other
premise
day.
already, though.
Yeah.
Who made my tablet?
Well, because his tablet did break, and so I do a joke on stage where I'm like, yeah, it's been a really tough week. My son's favorite babysitter died, and then I'm like, yeah, I was devastated when that tablet broke. And then everybody relaxes a little bit,
That's
right?
great.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
And then he goes like, Jesus Christ, did a 5-year-old make this or something? And I'm like, well, it's an iPad, so yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes. I don't know if that was a joke, but that's yes.
Yes. that
Great
was a
joke. Fantastic.
You have a bit with a similar kind of notion in it, where it's like, oh, if you have an iPhone in your pocket and you're not laughing at your private problem.
I think I've heard that because I enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
very
it's about,
true.
yeah, it's Gaza. It's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's guys,
I-
it's not
Not in
good.
JP.
I got booed in JP.
I bet. I bet.
To be fair, I did say that the children of Gaza were starving for attention.
It's satire.
It's satire.
Heard
Like
about
actually
this.
though.
Yeah.
No, it's just a little. No,
It was
it's
a genie, right?
It was that genie, yeah.
I heard about it. I heard about it.
Speaking of
Okay, I
JP,
forgot all
yeah.
about that. That's very funny.
It wasn't really that big of a deal.
No, once again,
so was not that big.
It was not.
It's just
context
everyone-
matters, guys.
This
No,
is
but
the
like
thing,
it's a
right,
little
like,
one-off
first
in
of
the
all,
middle.
It was funny because I remember. You might have to edit this out. When this happened, I was talking to Alexis, and we were both like, "It's a fucking great, very well written joke." I get why they were mad, but it's a perfect joke.
Dude, it's so funny hearing the other side of that. 'cause
Bleep her name.
Me and Bo are just like, when we talk about jokes, I'm just like, that's fucking retarded, dude. You should say that. like, it's not that it's not a well-written joke, but that's just not where I'm, as a friend, I'm just like, hey.
I always run shit past him, and he goes, I don't think you should say that. And then I do it anyway.
Well, because that's the comedian brain. The comedian
Yeah.
brain is not supposed to. It's almost like the Tourette's brain. I hate to say it. but
Yeah,
like,
you're not wrong.
It's the thing I'm not supposed to say. Let's go.
And to be
harder.
clear, I don't say I don't think you should say that. I'm just like, people might not like this.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
all.
Yes, yes.
But Bo's ready for the challenge. You know?
I am always ready for the challenge.
That last one you sent me, though,
I did it.
we might have to talk.
I did it at the Vernon.
Well, that's the.
They didn't like it.
It's very specific, and I just called you Bill Maher. I think I'm like, this is a Bill.
It was
Maher
a Bill
joke.
Maher. It's
I feel
kinda
like
Bill
he's
Maher.
done this joke before.
Probably.
Okay. Republicans. Anyway, yeah.
Anywho,
Kids. What?
Oh, good.
I think it's time for our word from our sponsor.
Oh, all right.
shit.
We're
McHugh
the
Junk
sponsor.
Removal.
Let's do it.
Oh, can I read it?
Let's do it.
Can I read
You want to read it this
Yeah,
week? Yes.
it would be my honor.
please.
Today's episode of the Community Guidelines Podcast is brought to you by. Oh, can you get up and turn around?
Yes.
Hurry up! All right, good.
Oh, Jesus.
whoa.
Sheila, Jesus, she just doesn't know what you're doing.
Okay.
Relax. She's not gonna bite you.
She's like, I'm keeping my junk. McHugh junk
We're
removal.
good. We're good.
It's okay.
McHugh
It's
junk
okay.
removal. We good, Mila?
Jesus Christ.
Do you know that chair you've been saying you'll get rid of next weekend? since 2018.
Come here.
Or that treadmill that's become the world's most expensive clothes rack.
Don't do
Yeah,
that. That's not
it's
good.
probably time.
You can get in trouble.
Whether it's a single bulky item, old furniture, appliances, or an entire home clean out, McHugh Junk Removal makes getting rid of junk fast, easy, and stress-free unless you're meal of the dog. We do all the heavy lifting so you don't have to, and you can finally reclaim your garage, basement, or spare room. So you don't have to have sex outside anymore. You can edit that out if you want. Give us a call at 978-501-7061, extension 1, or visit McHughJunkRemoval.com to schedule your free on-site estimate. McHugh Junk Removal.
Because your junk has been living rent-free for long enough.
Hey! All right, cool. Only one freak out during that.
Yeah,
That was
well,
good.
Mila's a known hoarder, so she's like, don't get rid of my junk.
That's true. She does not like it.
Sorry, Mila. We'll let you keep your toys.
Oh, sweet Mary. Okay, you're fine. Everything's fine.
Also, that story earlier reminded me of a post that I think I forgot to save. I don't feel like going through my phone, but it was a visual aspect anyway. Long story short, somebody posted on Reddit. She's like, I found this in my son's garbage. I caught him like vaping a month ago, so we've been checking his stuff. And like, he's like, he did a good job. He like wrapped it in a bag inside another bag, and it was a bunch of like little pink rubbery things broken up. And I didn't catch it. I was like looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like a bunch of weed chocolates and everything. And they're like, oh, this dude cut up a pocket pussy. And I caught this post like within a day after it was posted. So like I was seeing like live people figure this out. One person was like, oh, that's not vaping.
And you know what? He probably just didn't know how to clean it or something.
Or
like, You know what I
something.
mean?
Or
he
he got
too scared
caught.
to keep it or something. Like
I think that's what it is. Because that's what I did as a kid. I get caught with one thing and I'm like, they're going to fucking
they're
look
gonna
for
find
everything.
else. I gotta get rid of
I'm
it all.
30 and I don't want to be caught ever with a pocket
No.
pussy.
I'd rather get caught with a dead lady in a freezer. Not for
I'd
those
rather
reasons.
spend the rest of my life in jail.
Yeah.
Tiny jail
Someone
at that.
know I'm fucking a fleshlight.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I was in college my freshman year, and I was there for Thanksgiving. I just didn't want to go home for Thanksgiving. I was in Utah, so I was like, "Am I gonna fly all the way home for
Especially when
this?"
it's so close to Christmas. Like
Yeah, exactly. So I was gonna go home for the Christmas break.
And the
I was
Mormons
like-
don't believe in Thanksgiving anyway.
And actually, one of my friends, I was on the lacrosse team, and one of my friends was like, it was local, and was like, "Oh, you can come for like Thanksgiving."
Yeah.
But like for a few days leading up, I was like in my dorm, and I was like, "Whatever, I'll just be hanging out here, and then we'll go there for Thanksgiving." And I was looking for, there was a couple other people, and I was looking to play Xbox, and I was looking for another controller, and I was looking through my roommate's stuff, and I found a fucking like fleshlight brand.
This isn't a controller.
Yeah, a pocket pussy, and I was like, no.
oh god.
Hey, you guys want to go shooting?
Oh.
You guys want to play some games?
Which is,
Far
and
be
I
it
want
for
to
me
talk
to
about
judge,
another,
but
again, I want to
Jesus.
talk about double standards. Because women are allowed to have all these goddamn crazy sex toys.
Like what?
And-
Like what?
I don't know.
List them.
Somebody,
To your point, though, we're allowed to stick stuff up there, and it's not weird, right? Like it's not crazy for you to be at a woman's house and find like a vibrator or dildo or whatever.
Yeah, no.
But you find a fleshlight at a man's house.
when you find a
You're
whole
leaving, guys.
rubber
Like,
lower
you're like-
torso in my, under my bed,
You know,
it's
funny?
weird.
I just rewatched Lars and the Real Girl, which is honestly like the sweetest fucking movie
I don't
ever.
know. I've never even heard of
Oh
it.
my god, I haven't
It's
seen that in like
so
12
cute.
years.
It's
Shit,
so
I remember
sweet,
that.
but it starts
that's,
out so weird.
The
It's Ryan
blonde guy,
Gosling.
Gosling. Yeah.
Like he's suffering from some mental health stuff. Brings home his girlfriend, who is a very expensive.
Sex doll.
Yes.
Okay.
But he doesn't. He's not like having sex with her, and then like everybody in the town like. It's actually very sweet for like a small town thing too. You could talk about it on the podcast and probably make it really weird and gross. But like everybody in the town starts treating her like a real. Oh, would you stop?
We're laughing.
Like a real
Very
person,
nice.
and like there's like she like is volunteering at the hospital, and like everyone's like totally
Oh
on
my
board because
God.
they love him and they know that, and like the doll sleeps in a bedroom at his brother's house that's like not where he sleeps. Like he sleeps in like the back house, whatever. It's
Yeah.
actually really adorable. Anyway,
It's sweet. in a
How did I
way.
go from pocket pussy to? How about
So
watch this
imagine that
adorable,
thing, but
wholesome
just the
movie?
bottom half.
Well, that's
and
the thing.
that's what I have in my closet at my house.
But also, the point of the movie is that he
Gross.
didn't fuck it. You know, he was in love,
didn't fuck
Bo.
it.
So maybe
Yes.
your roommate was in love.
You can be in love with the bottom half of a woman.
That's all I'm ever.
It started as a joke, but I'm pretty sure you have one.
I don't.
What, a girlfriend?
I think one of my roommates used to have a rubber ass and was very open about having the rubber ass. Not anybody I live with now. It was at a different house in Brighton.
Dude, I have thought about getting one of those as a bit. Then my friend roommate moved out, and I'm like, this is for no one. So I'm like, maybe I won't get this. He has to live with his grandmother for a little while. The fun's out.
Yeah, yeah.
But can you call your old roommate? Can I use it? No, sorry,
We don't
sorry.
need secondhand. Okay,
It's for the
start
bit.
a GoFundMe.
It's for the bit, Nancy, but that's not a bad call either. That'd be funny. I need a fresh ass.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna lock it in because I don't want to have to edit this out, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Very responsible of you, Bo.
I'm trying to do as little editing as humanly possible.
This is
Yeah,
fair.
The
This is
Brooks
fair.
episode really tested my.
I watched the clip and I was like, Brendan, what did you do?
It was
like,
just all him
Just what he does outside open mics and
Oh,
shows.
just
I'm
shitting
aware.
on other
Yeah.
comics,
Yeah, dude.
but it also like became a thing where he was just doing
was
it
just
to
saying,
poke
like-
my
It
buttons.
became so funny though
It
because he
became
said, "Well, I
funny.
ended up
he had
telling a
good time,
story."
I can tell you
'cause-
that. He was
well,
very excited about
he
it.
started it, and then I'm like, "All right, I'll tell the story." And I was like, "I won't name the name." He's like, "Name the name." I'm like, "All right, I'll give you a hint. The name." And then like I was like, "Okay, I got to make sure Bo edits this." So I said the one name we can't say. Like there was so many names, and there's names
no.
after names. It escalated. It was fun.
Muhammad was the one name we can't say.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we couldn't show his image.
We can't show his
Yeah,
image.
yeah,
Oh.
so Bo had to do a lot of
I'm
editing.
kidding. That's not the person.
Anyway, this has gone off the rails.
What were you saying about Mamusa? Just kidding.
So yeah, that was the article that jumped into my memory from that.
Oh yeah, he
story,
cut up the pocket
cut up
pussy.
the
That's
put-
crazy.
and like, oh fuck, I
That's
wish I
where
kept
we
the comment
started.
Yes,
section
that's how we got there.
because like the parent responded and was just like, we will be talking to him tonight. It's just like, all right, like,
Where does
You
a-
know what? Don't. Just let it go.
Where does a young
honestly,
lad
it's
get
not
a
hurting
pocket
anyone.
pussy? I mean, I guess it's you can get
I
that
mean,
shit
you
on
get
Amazon.
anything on
now,
Amazon,
yeah.
right?
And
Like,
I've
if you
heard
have,
story-
like, an
story-
address you can send it to.
Well, he's like 15 too, so it's like obviously like they would be if they're monitoring his trash, they're monitoring his internet history and probably his credit card or debit card or
But he could
whatever.
I
have a
don't know
friend.
about that.
I
But
mean, like
that's
the
where I was
thing,
going with
right.
this.
He could have a friend. He pays him cash.
Yeah.
They can't be that expensive.
That's my nipple.
I don't know.
She's tough, man.
Scratching my
She'll-
nipple.
She'll leave marks on you.
All this sex talk, you know.
hey,
She's like, this is naughty. I don't like it.
hey, this is a family show, Bo.
That's good.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's see if I have anything else.
There was something. So this is where we're in the hunt for a camera, so I can actually like look up posts on my phone
Oh.
while we're
Yes,
doing
yes,
this.
yes, Gotcha.
There was
Yeah,
a
why
couple
punk rock
crazy
podcasting.
ones recently on the Alston Brighton. The Alston Brighton people are
I'm sure. I'm
there's
sure
a
little
lot.
bit bonkers.
Yeah, a little bonkers. But then there's like really like legitimately like crazy stuff. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think somebody. Oh, I saw one. It was like a dude. It was not.
so
It was somewhere in
beautiful.
Massachusetts. It was on the news of a guy who was like in this park and he dressed up all weird, and then I guess to the park staff, I want to say it was in like Holyoke, Mass, and one of the park staff ladies was like, "Yeah, he came up one time, stripped down to his underwear, covered himself in vegetable oil, and started working out."
Oh my god.
Yeah, and of course I commented, "What, guys can't have
A good time
guys
anymore.
can't have
Work
hobbies.
out?
Guys
I
can't have
mean,
hobbies
guys
anymore.
Can't care about their bodies.
And people
Like,
are
what
up my
doing?
ass. Like
Oh,
this
I'm
is.
sure.
And I'm like, I'm obviously kidding.
They don't appreciate good satire, bro.
And like I was in preparation for this. I was kind of like thinking about like crazy message boards and stuff I've been on, and some of the craziest. When my babies were little, I was part of a mommy group, and like you mentioned the word circumcision, and bitches are throwing down
This
a big
was
one.
so hard.
This is on episode 2, 3?
three with Nick Hesper. Second guest.
Yes.
We talked a lot about circumcision.
Yeah.
Really?
We went up, down, all around. Really cut to the core, you know. I'd say it was balanced though.
As a person who is procreated, what are you, pro or anti circumcision?
I
Actually,
mean,
you don't have to
No, it's
answer
fine.
that.
I mean, listen, I'm not trying to take any heat here on the internet, but I mean, whatever. I have 2 little boys. I did not circumcise them. You know, this day and age, most of them are not. Not
Really?
not most, but it is much more 50-50. Like, and I'll say this, like, if I were having a baby in 1990,
Like when I was born.
right? Like, I might have done it just because, like, I don't want him to be made fun of in a locker room or whatever. Like,
Oh, because we did that.
I'm
Social
sure.
pressure.
That's the thing. It's like, I know.
Because we definitely.
And I would have been worried about that. Now I feel like it is so much more 50-50 that, like, it's not like my kids will be the only kids who are not. Right?
Probably
So, like,
not. Yeah, the stigma's kind of gone.
The stigma's
with it.
kind of gone.
Don't get me
and,
wrong.
like,
Whenever I see one, I'm like, but you know, like I'm an adult. I can work through that. You know what I mean?
well, right, and like, you know, I don't know, like, even as an adult woman who dates men, whatever. Like, when I saw my first uncircumcised one, I was like, weird, but it didn't like like I wasn't like. I didn't give a shit. Like, it was
Fair
just
enough,
like, oh,
fair enough.
More to play with, I guess. I don't know. Good for you.
Well, we used, in
I
high
don't
school
know.
we used to hide our drugs in the kid. Anyway, sorry. Let's move
Oh
on.
my God.
I'm sorry, guys. Let's move on.
I'm going to go to the gun is still in my car, and I'm going to go get it. Put
I'm
it in
sorry.
your fucking mouth.
I apologize sincerely.
Usually at our house, we have Nerf guns when we shoot
I
it.
explained this already, bro.
Yeah.
Get it together. I'm taking the heat off me right now for making the bad joke.
We had a kid whose name is the same exact as a very popular UFC fighter who just lost.
Connor?
Conor McGregor. His name is Conor McGregor.
Wait, what? Who is this?
This kid in high school who had a giant uncircumcised
That's
dick. He had played.
Okay, I was
You
gonna
know
say, I'm like,
what?
how is this
He
related?
needs
I played
that
lacrosse
name,
with him, and
I
he-
think. Yeah, he needs
He was
that
a
name.
huge dude, and he would come around windmilling his big uncircumcised dick in the lacrosse locker room.
You know what? There you go. See?
So we didn't really.
He's like, more to beat you with.
Yeah, no, honestly, he was older than me too. So only the other older big kids could like make fun of his weird dick.
So there you go. You know what? It's really.
I
just
was not in a
it's
position where I
it's a
could make
dick-
fun of it.
A dick ecosystem.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Well, it's like, that's the thing. Well, we're talking about just solely the uncircumcised. Like, what the adverse is the conversation where it's just like, all right, you're cutting off a piece of this thing. You know what I mean? Is it necessary? Because the conversation is, oh, I don't want my kid to get made fun of, or it's cleaner. But it's just like, isn't the bare bones of it? It's just like, do we need to cut off a piece
Well, and
of a
that's the
baby?
thing. It's like, and when
Our
my babies were
kids
born,
get
like,
naked.
I had already decided, like, I'm not fucking doing that. But it was like, because I don't, I'm perfect. They just came out and they're so perfect. Like, I'm like, cutting
They're
stuff off. Like, I don't
See, this just, I'll just take your word for this, Nancy.
You hear that, Mom? You're a bad mother.
Yeah,
No,
Mom.
You hear
Yeah,
that,
Mom.
Teresa? You hear that,
No.
Teresa?
Hear that, Marianne?
and then, like, but that, like, the discussions would escalate to crazy places.
Yes.
Where they
Oh,
would
I
be like,
bet.
Yes.
There's a 0.0111% higher chance that an uncircumcised dick will get HIV or whatever.
Why
It's
even
like,
put your kid in
why
that
do you want
position?
your baby to die of AIDS? Like, relax.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
guessing
first of
actually.
all,
Well, I
basically
was-
doesn't exist anymore. Like, you're fine.
I was thinking the people on the mommy pages were going to be anti-circumcision, but are they pro or is it
It's
both?
both.
It's
That's
there.
the thing.
There-
Is
it's-
you mention the
it's-
word and then the two sides fucking mommy up and they fucking put their weapons on and they come to battle and it is crazy. Like,
They got opinions.
because it's like, why would you mutilate your baby's genitals? Do you want someone cutting off your clit? And then like, why wouldn't you do this to save your baby's life from AIDS? Like, it gets
Yeah.
so intense.
It reminds
Like,
me of the
it's so
abortion
crazy.
conversation a little bit, where it's like either total
Yes.
mutilation,
Right.
or like you're saving your kid's life. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. It's like, maybe we could just have a reasonable conversation about this. Like,
Teach their
This
own
is
a
the
little
internet,
bit.
Nancy. We cannot.
and the answer
Yeah.
is no. The answer is very much.
we can't be reasonable about
No,
fucking
we
anything.
cannot.
Well, the reason this came up on that episode though is because there was a protest in Central Square one day, like
Oh wait,
circumcision protest.
the fucking the white guys, the white
lot
white
of 'em.
outfits with the red spots. Yes, I've seen this.
It was
What
either
is
that
it
or an
called?
anti-period.
It's
Anti-period.
Those are the other
It's called, like,
protesters.
the Blood Men or something.
I never got this deep,
It's
Nancy. I'm not gonna lie.
No. We were just talking about this. Fuck it, it's wild. So like, and there are huge billboards about it too. But there's a bunch of dudes, I guess maybe ladies, but I think it's mostly dudes, dressed
There's a lot
up
of
in like
guys.
all white outfits with just big gigantic blood spots at the crotch, and they're like marching for dick health, etc.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's oh god, they have such a funny name too. It's like
I'll look it up.
blood men or like
The blood
the
men.
bloody dicks or something. It's crazy.
The cut ones.
And listen, I'm
Yeah.
on your side, I guess. But I mean, I don't have super strong opinions. I don't even have a dick.
Well, that's what ruins the
But, like,
conversation
that's
is
the
the
thing.
gung ho nature of it, or hung ho.
Right, like
Good. All
my
right. All
God.
right.
There it is. There it is. I'm gonna look up
Cool.
Massachusetts Circumcision Alliance because I assume it's something like that.
I wish I could remember it off the top of my head. But we were just when I was at home in area, we were just talking about this because they're doing them everywhere. Like yes, here, but it's like a national.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's a
people are-
movement. It's a
People
movement.
people are protesting everything, especially in Somerville. They'll
Yeah.
protest fucking anything.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah.
The blood-stained men.
The bloodstained men. There we go. I knew it had a cool name.
That's so funny.
And it's a circumcision thing?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
anti-circumcision
so
thing. Yeah.
stupid.
Well, funny enough, my best friend let me in on this conversation before it was even popular, like 12 years ago or something. He didn't show me. I'll take his word for it. But he got a tattoo of a teardrop on the head of his dick for his foreskin, like as a memorial.
That's awesome.
That's wild business.
Hardcore.
The head of your cock is a crazy place to get tattooed.
He
We
also
know
got the
someone-
Batman symbol right above.
I feel like
but,
I probably shouldn't say his name.
that might be a different friend. Actually.
Above the whole
Somebody told me,
situation?
yeah,
Or,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's the pube area. I could get that tattooed.
think,
The head
yeah,
of the
that's it.
cock. That's
No, he was gung ho. Hung ho.
One of our fellow comics recently got a Prince Albert piercing.
Can I guess?
Oh my! No, let's not say it. Let's not say it on the air. But you're telling me as soon as we stop recording.
P. William
'Cause I
Brooks.
got- if it's Brooks, then we can say it on the
Yeah,
air.
no, it's
you fucking
Is the,
freak.
I know it is
is
not,
the
as far
comic
as I
in this
know.
house with us?
No.
Is it
No,
both?
I did not. Now I realize that's what that sounded like. No, it is one of our gay friends.
No, that's not what it sounded like. I was
I-
just making it. I was making it weird, as I've done multiple times.
I know exactly who this is.
Yes.
I can guess. Oh, I think it's obvious. In fact,
Let me check what time we're at.
Yeah.
Because I think we're probably
on that wonderful note.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. We're at an hour 10.
There
That's
we go.
great.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
All right, Nancy, thank you so
Of course,
much.
my
Mila,
pleasure. This
also
was- yeah,
our
thank you,
silent
Mila, for
our silent guest here.
Except when she's.
not nearly silent enough.
Well, she was protecting you, Nancy.
Protection is important.
Is there anything you would like to promote, though? Anything you'd like to talk about before you get out of
This will
here?
come out on this Wednesday, so
To the extent that there are any breeders listening, I am sure you can tell by this wholesome conversation, I do run an open mic for kids. So that will be happening on Saturday at Victoria's Diner at 1 p.m. So if you want to bring your kids, they can make jokes. And
Hell yeah.
have a
Hell
good
yeah.
time.
Bo and I will not be there, just so you know, if it makes you feel better.
No, we're not gonna be there. I don't know anybody with any kids that could
But if there's
do
actual
comedy.
just random comedy fans, I'll be at Castle Island featuring for Janelle Draper this weekend.
Oh, hell
Run
yeah.
by the lovely Brendan Brooks, whose voice you probably have never heard since he got bleeped everything out.
Oh, they heard everything around what he had to say.
You had a lot to say.
He had a lot to say.
You guys know what hentai is?
He sends me reels sometimes, and I'm like, "What did I do to you, man? Like, what was this for?"
Me and him have a very deep, real back and forth. It gets real in there. You know who also who we definitely need to get on? Who I don't see him ever, but we send each other reels constantly. Is Nestor Matute? Me and him
You've told me about your back and
me
back
and
and
him go
forth.
back and it's so much fun.
I hope you like editing if you want him on.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Well, thank you guys
All right,
very
well,
much.
this
Thank
was
you,
so much
Nancy.
fun.
Oh, hey, what was
Mila,
that for?
no. Did she just nip you?
She missed, but
Okay,
I don't
you
know what her deal
get,
was.
Go. All right,
Well, thank
I'm
you for
gonna put her
listening to
out
the
back.
Community Guidelines
Sorry,
podcast.
that
And
ended in
fuck
almost
you.
disaster. All right, Mila, you're going in the backyard. What was that?